Day after day after day. Friends, hey, did you see Wendy today?
That's taken care of, but as you know, it takes at least a year to level out the thyroid.
It's been a while with no updates on Wendy Williams. And recently, the headlines erupted with breaking news bearing the name of the iconic TV host. So here's the thing. She's back in the spotlight, but folks, it's not the fabulous comeback I was personally hoping for. One of the insiders who closely worked with Wendy during her time on radio spilled it all about Miss Wendy's condition. Apparently, all the prayers that multiple fans sent to Wendy in hope to see her healthy and smiling again were in vain. Her health has taken a nosedive, and it's pretty grim. But wait, there's silver lining in this cloud. It's not just Wendy going through the struggle. Sharina Hudson and Kevin Hunter are also knee-deep in the mess. It's like a triple whammy of drama, so let's get into this straight away. Last time we saw Wendy was way back in March 2023 in New York, looking all frail and stuff. People were legit concerned, especially after those videos from paparazzi started circulating. And while in the recent months, Wendy was dodging being captured in any concern-provoking state, her friend and radio host Miss Jones spilled that Williams got even worse in the past few weeks. Well, you know what happened? She was getting better. She was coming around, and then she started getting sick again. But hold up, folks, because the drama doesn't end there. Wendy had allegedly moved out of her luxurious penthouse and now is living somewhere in Florida with her son. The Big Apple wasn't the right place for her, as she continued neglecting her sobriety and healthy and went on total party mode. You all remember that wild night out at Fresco by Scotto where she was partying like it's her last night on Earth, and after that, her state became worse.
Hi.
Apparently, Wendy's son finally took the matters into his own hands, and he took his mom away from the sinful influence of New York City. As Ms. Jones spilled on her morning show, she tried to visit Wendy, but when she got to her Manhattan apartment, the doorman told her, "You're a couple of months late." She moved. Wendy pulled a disappearing act, and according to the recent scoop, she's down in Florida, supposedly recuperating under the watch of her son. But despite his efforts, the word is that her health has taken a nosedive in the past couple of weeks. It's been speculated that her long-time health issues prevented her from successfully work daily, as she needed constant medical attention and rest.
My doctor has prescribed, are you ready? As of today, 3 weeks of vacation.
Just another layer of her hard work syndrome. Wendy's New York apartment still isn't on the market, so who knows? Maybe she's just taking another breather and planning a fierce comeback. I mean, she promised her fans to be back with big plans like starting a podcast about her life, despite her poor state. In all her post-divorce interviews, she was telling about taking a short hiatus before coming back to the spotlight, saying, "I'm going to take a year of my life to fly and do and see things I've never done before. Why? I'm young enough?" However, now she hit the headlines with a far way more promising news, and apparently, despite the best efforts of those around her, Wendy is getting worse with each new day. Her problems all started with her messy divorce with Kevin Hunter, who turned out to be a serial cheater.
He was tricking up money. She's in the passenger seat of my Rolls-Royce Ferrari, and really?
Amidst their divorce drama, Kevin has faced a slew of financial hardships, forcing him to sell the $1.25 million Florida mansion he lived in with Sharina Hudson, the woman he fathered a child with while married to William, and pony out more than $20,000 to cover a debt to UBS Bank USA, all after losing his battle to regain alimony from his ex. He is currently in the midst of a legal battle after suing Debmar Mercury, the production company behind the Wendy Williams show, for wrongful termination in a $10 million suit, something that he blamed ex-wife for.
What we were going through behind the scenes was a lot.
While his fight with Wendy is over and he's got to hustle money somewhere else, it doesn't mean that Wendy is free from leeches wishing her ill. Her son, Kevin Jr., straight up called her team of producers out, accusing them of taking advantage of her wealth, fame, and poor decision-making skills. Fans are also chiming in with their theories of what's truly happening to Wendy. As one person commented, "I believe somebody is making her sick. It's almost like they're trying to torture her and her son can't be trusted." And another user added, "I think somebody around her is keeping her sick. The way they completely erased the Wendy Williams show and events that occurred prior to it, then just to replace her whole show idea with Sherry Shepherd, something seems very off." Just to see how vile and evil the people around Wendy, it's enough to know that Wendy's team never reimbursed promoters the money for the canceled appearance at the Women Expo, and her rep pocketed $25,000 because of that. In an interview, Kevin Jr. spilled more, saying, "I know there are all sorts of things happening that I know in her right mind she would never agree to." It was clear that Wendy was in condition in making any important decisions after the troubling footage of her chilling with her family on a yacht in Florida surfaced.
We're gonna be all right.
It was another sick attempt of her team to use the sickly TV diva to mint more coins. And back then, it was Wendy's brother Tommy who blasted those villains in public for their actions. He told the U.S. Sun that her condition was truly frightening. This is not a woman who is in the right frame of mind to get a show going. He couldn't understand why the crew was dragging Wendy into another project while her mind was elsewhere and she couldn't even make the simple decisions and participate in filming. Why are you even here? Do you see the condition she's in? Does it look like she's ready to start a podcast? For goodness sake, it doesn't. Apparently, with her fragile state, Wendy became the victim of the industry's vicious games, and her team was keeping her in the spotlight all for the sake of making money. It's no wonder that Wendy's caught up in this whirlwind and her health deteriorated even more.
Her thyroid is attached also to Graves' disease. I feel like they're birds swimming around my head.
Williams has long battled Graves' disease and lymphedema, which were initially thought to be the reasons behind her sabbatical from her eponymous talk show in 2020. Speculation about her sobriety struggles, her tumultuous divorce from her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, and subsequent financial turmoil cropped up soon after she stepped away. Now, according to insiders, she's with her family in Florida, away from all projects, but the damage done to her is irrevocable. And because her family's in Florida and people were coming in her circle that they weren't familiar with and they didn't know, like they couldn't get access to her when they wanted, they moved her down to Florida. But folks, with Wendy hiding in the shadows, guess who's feeling the worst from it? Kevin and Sharina are knee-deep in financial and personal struggles. Kevin's taking hits left and right, selling the house, taking out loans on luxury cars, and trying to pay off all his debts he had accumulated while throwing cash left and right.
Of this place that he had purchased 9 miles from my house in Livingston. And they're living the high life.
It's been said that Sharina has got her own share of financial troubles. Synchrony Bank's hitting her with a lawsuit for defaulting on a TJ Maxx card, a little over $3,000. Back in the day when Wendy was their sugar mama, it was nothing, and Sharina was rocking Chanel bags on her way to the massage salon where she was working. But now that Wendy's not cutting checks, and they're both struggling, like really broke, they're even having a hard time raising their daughter Journey, who used to live the high life courtesy of Wendy's money. The karma hit them truly hard. But folks, Miss Jones hinted that Wendy is awaited again as the ultimate gossip icon whenever she's ready. As she said, Wendy, if you listening, you won. Diddy going to jail for Easter. It was true, everything you said. And Kev can't get your money neither. Wendy, the judge shut him down. You can stop now, Wendy. The jig shut him down. You can stop now, Wendy. The jig's up. Let's hope Wendy will be back like new to address everything that's happening now in Hollywood. The world is not the same without her witty remarks, and hopefully, with her family around, she'll get better.
They moved her down to Florida, so she is allegedly down in Florida with her son.
Many fans who are waiting for her comeback keep praying for her recovery and send heartfelt wishes. As one person commented, "Breaks my heart to see her this frail. May she get better soon. As for all the leeches around her, may they get all the leeches around her. May they get all the karmic justice they deserve." And another user added, "My heart breaks for Wendy. I really do hope and pray that little Kev is taking care of her." Now Wendy truly needs to be surrounded by her loved ones. Otherwise, she may face dire consequences of her current situation with physical and mental health. But folks, what do you think about all this? What are your thoughts on Wendy's chances to get better? And spill your thoughts on Kevin and Sharina going further down the financial rabbit hole in the comments below. Also, stay updated on the juiciest celebrity drama with my other videos.